everyone. So this week we're going to start our new unit about complementary and supplementary angles. Hopefully on Thursday you watch the video that I assigned to give you an introduction into complementary and supplementary angles. So before we start learning about specifically complementary today, I just want to review the different types of angles that you should already know. So an acute angle is an angle that is less than 90 degrees. So it is an angle that looks something like this. A right angle is an angle that is exactly 90 degrees, and it looks like an L, and then it's usually marked at the angle with a box. An obtuse angle is an angle that is greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180. So that would look something like this. And then a straight angle is an angle that is 180 degrees. So that would be a straight line like that. And usually the marking looks like a half circle. So when you are asked to name an angle, there are three ways that you can name it. You can name it by its vertex, which is the point where the two sides come together. So this would be angle B. Or you can name it with its three-letter name, where the vertex is always the center letter. So this could be angle ABC. Or we can go the other direction and it be called angle CBA. But the vertex always has to be the center letter. So now we're going to move on to complementary angles. So complementary angles are two angles that have a sum of 90 degrees. So basically what it looks like is a right angle that is divided into two angles, and the two angles have to add to 90. For example, if the smaller angle is 20 degrees, that means this bigger angle would have to be 70 degrees because together they would have to make 90. So in the first example, I'm asking you what is the complement of an angle that is 23 degrees, meaning what would make 90 with 23? Well, to determine that, I'm going to take 90 degrees, which is the sum of two complementary angles. I'm going to subtract 23 from it to find what the other angle would be. And when I subtract this, this is going to give me 67 degrees. So the complement to 23 would be 67 degrees. So if I was looking at this as a picture, I'm telling you one angle is 23 degrees. I want you to find this other angle. And I know together they make 90. So that's why we're doing 90 minus 23. Okay, question number 2. In the diagram below, which angles are complementary? Well, the angles that are complementary are the angles that would make 90 degrees together. So let's look at the choices. So A, we have angle A and angle B. So here's angle A, and here is angle B. Well, angle B is already a right angle, so that would give us more than 90 degrees. We're looking for two angles that make 90 together. So A would not work. So let's look at choice B, A and D. So here's angle A, and here is angle D. And if I look at that, together they make 90 degrees. And I know that these two angles make 90 because angle B is marked 90, which means that these lines intersect perpendicular, and they're perpendicular to each other. So if angle B is right, that means the other side, angle A and angle D, would together have to be 90 degrees. Okay, so let's turn over to the other side, and we're going to do question number 3. So in the diagram below, angle DEF and FEG are complementary. what is the measure of FEG? So let's look at the picture. So we see DEF, I'm following the letters, is 26 degrees. And FEG is this angle right here. We don't know what it is, but we know that they are complementary, which means these angles have to have a sum of 90 degrees. So if I know one angle, I can find the other angle by subtracting from 90. So 90 minus 26 will give me what my other angle would be. So 90 minus 26 would be 64 degrees. So this angle FEG is 64 degrees. And last question on here, number 4. Angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary angles. The measure of angle 1 is 42 degrees. So I'm going to make sure I mark that in my picture. The measure of angle 2 is 3x. What is the value of x? Well, what I do know is that angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary, which means angle 1 plus angle 2 has to be equal to 90 degrees. Well, angle 1 is 42 degrees plus angle 2 is 3x, and this all has to be equal to 90. So I have an equation that I want to solve. So anytime you are given a problem where you want to find what the value of x is, you do want to form an equation where you add the two angles and set it equal to the relationship. In this case would be complementary, so I'm setting it equal to 90. So remember, to solve this equation, you have to start by getting the 3x by itself. So I need to subtract 42 from both sides. 42s would eliminate. And then I would bring down 3x, bring down my equals, and now I have to do 90 minus 42, which would be equal to 48. Now I want to find what x is, but 3 is multiplying with it. So I have to do the inverse and divide by 3, and that's going to give me x is equal to 16. So the value of x is 16. That's all your x is. What is x, not what the angle measurement is. All right, so now you are going to go complete the Quizzy assignment that I gave you. It's just an assignment on complementary angles. And then tomorrow we will learn how to do more with algebra, applying the relationship of complementary angles. Bye.